Welcome, this is gonna be probably the first video because I did not realize I reacted to the one I've already reacted to of 10 crossovers thing. So that in the video that's gonna be coming up after this, ignore that part of that video.
Today we're looking into secrets you may have missed in some of your favorite cartoons growing up. Like, did you know Peppa Pig might have a secret sibling? Do you see what I see? There's 5 family members. He looks so happy. But wait, it gets even deeper. Stick around to the end and you'll find out who that is. There's something even more strange about Peppa's world. Take a look at this.
Everywhere you look, it's just families, parents and little kids. No teenagers hanging out, no young adults, no single neighbors living on their own. Almost every child is around Peppa or George's age. So where's everyone else? Is Peppa's world some kind of closed-off community?
I have definitely never noticed this before. I don't know about you guys, but it is a very interesting thing. They're correct. Also, where are the people?
True.
Speaking of humans, there are humans in Peppa Pig.
The animals of Peppa's world revolted and drove most humans out of the cities, effectively taking over society for themselves. The few exceptions we see, none other than the Queen of England, who represents the country, Santa Claus, a magical figure perhaps too powerful or beloved to be expelled, and pirates, who mostly live at sea and might have been too elusive to be caught in the uprising.
I'm just gonna say, I love that every human in Peppa Pig looks just so happy to be there. It does make sense this is a British show that they would respect and honor their Queen and Father Christmas. Let's be real. Did you know there's an Easter egg in every episode of Bluey? Take a look at this. That is called the long dog. It's so tiny and just like hidden somewhere in each episode, which is fascinating. I want to know the backstory. Like, why is this dog appearing in every episode? Is it like Bluey's long lost second cousin twice removed? Also kind of looks like Stitch a little bit. You see what I see?
Yeah.
Subscribe if you've never seen this before. I know I haven't. Did you know the intro to Bluey is a dancing game? Take a look at this. Slowly, each family member gets out of the game. Honestly, I need to rehearse this dance myself and see how long I can last. Bye, Mum. Is that how Australians say it? Mum. Bye, Dad. They're vibing. Oh, I don't know. Maybe unpopular opinion, Bingo might be my favorite.
The license plate on the family car says 419 HLR. 419 is the first part of the hex color code for blue, and HLR stands for healer. So the license plate literally says Blue Healer.
Which, if you didn't know, that's the same type of dog
That's interesting.
that Bluey is. Now, I will say whoever made this little Easter egg, they know graphic design. I just learned what that meant this year. Like the rainbow, think of the rainbow, and like each shade of a color has a number. Mind blown, I know, it's crazy. The secret formula to the Krabby Patty is crab meat. This man owns the restaurant. That is your family.
So that's what I taste like. Sugar?
Yep. If you notice, there is no crabs in the Krusty had them, and the Krusty Krab is basically made out of a crab trap. So my theory is the crab convention he goes to isn't a crab convention. I mean, it is, but he possibly goes there to get his next victim. Otherwise, how is he supplying all this meat?
Are you not disturbed by that? Like, just pause for a moment. Like, this man owns the restaurant. He could make the secret sauce, whatever he chooses. But no, he chose, I want grandma sauce. Like, that's wrong. I don't want the Krabby Patty anymore. This is why the Krusty Krab looks like a crab trap. It does.
True.
That's how they be catching their burgers. And this is why he makes sure nobody knows it. Oh, this is also why there's no crabs in the show besides him and his mom. This man is bad. Mr. Krabs is a bad crab. SpongeBob SquarePants is actually about nuclear testing. Bikini Bottom is located under Bikini Atoll, which is a real nuclear testing site in the 1950s. There's lots of explosions that look like nuclear mushroom clouds. I remember that. And a magazine called Toxic Waste Monthly. So the radiation caused these creatures and turned into characters in SpongeBob SquarePants. I'm sold.
Yeah.
This is legit. I believe it. We just weren't alive in the 1950s to be like, oh yes, I remember the Bikini Atoll. Sorry, that was embarrassing.
She's not even Mrs. Puff. Mrs. Puff changed her identity. They show a newspaper article, and it says that Mrs. Puff was a deranged criminal. In the subtitles, it says that she distracts people with her balloon animals.
Yeah,
I hope I still remember how to do this.
Oh, that was a beautiful balloon
In another
animal.
scene, there's a secret file that gets shown that says Mrs. Puff. Why would it say Mrs. Puff? She stole somebody's identity to escape her life of being a deranged criminal.
I'll have to move to a new city to start a new
She is on edge all of the time. This is wild.
True.
Mrs. Puff, she's not the nicest fish in town, and she does seem like she's a little off. I'm not bullying her. Be you, Mrs. Puff, but I think that is proof enough to me. Rapunzel and Flynn Rider from Tangled are in Frozen. I remember catching this Easter egg myself when I watched the movie Frozen. Tell me if you can see it in 3, 2. Did you see that? So we have Rapunzel walk by. This is after her hair was cut, so it's brown and short. And she's with Flynn right there. She looks happy. Now, some would say they're related, like cousins. I'm pretty sure I've read this before. I don't know the lore that deeply, but it's confirmed. I mean, she is straight up in the movie Frozen. Let me know in the comments, did you see this when you watched the movie? Phineas is the son of Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
His head shape is the exact shape as his dad.
Right.
And Phineas, his head shape doesn't match his dad or his mom. But you know who?
Well, first off, his doesn't match his dad because his dad is a stepfather. I think what if it's pretty much established. So, Ferb is his stepbrother.
Matches Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Oh, it
They're
is
both
similar.
Genius. Phineas is creating all these
Okay.
crazy inventions. Dr. Doofenshmirtz, he's making all these evil inventions. Harry
Phineas
knows
is
the truth,
good.
trying
He's
to
a good
prevent
guy.
Dr. Doofenshmirtz from finding out that he has a son. Because
Wait,
if
for real?
Doofenshmirtz finds out that Phineas is out there, he's gonna mold his mind and make him
Mold
the
his
next
mind.
Superman.
No, he's a good guy. Phineas would never change from who he is. Sometimes kids don't look like their parents, so it's possible. It's not true. I just want to believe that Phineas doesn't have an evil father, is what I'm trying to tell myself. Don't forget, we still haven't revealed Peppa's biggest secret. So
But wait. If Doofenshmirtz is his father, then that means Ferb is dating his technicality sister-in-law or stepsister in a way, because he is Phineas' stepbrother, and Phineas is Dr. Doofenshmirtz's son, and Vanessa is his son. And that means they're half sisters and half brother. So, and then at the end of this one episode where they're kind of grown up episode of Phineas and Ferb is with Vanessa. They gotten together in the end. So in a way, he's dating his half stepsister. Is that it is? I mean, not related by blood, so legally wise, I guess it's fine. But if you look at it closely, it would be his half stepsister. In a way.
you have to stick around to the end for us to reveal it.
Probably heard of the 7 deadly sins, right?
Of
Well,
course,
Mr.
I've heard
Krabs
of
would be
those.
green because he's literally addicted to cash. Squidward,
He
he's
is
rat,
addicted.
always angry at everything and everyone. Patrick, total sloth. He's lazy and never does anything productive. Plankton
Poor
fits
Patrick.
Andy perfectly since he's constantly trying to steal what Mr.
Andy's
Krabs
green.
has. Sandy would be pride. She's super confident about her skills and accomplishment. Gary is gluttony because he's always
No,
eating. And
Gary's my
SpongeBob, he represents
favorite.
lust, not in the traditional way, but with his
Really?
over-the-top obsession for pleasing everyone around him. Kinda makes you see the
that's
show in a
sweet.
whole new way, right?
That does make me see the show in a different way. If you haven't heard of the 7 deadly sins, we have the photo of it right here. You got envy, wrath, sloth, all of those things. I find that Mr. Krabs and Squidward are probably the worst ones because they're not always friendly. Who is your favorite character in SpongeBob? Let me know. Did you know there are real K-pop groups in K-pop Demon Hunters? Heh, I did. Oh, this movie is so good.
I've seen it.
That's
It's
a
good,
real K-pop group right there. Honestly, just saying, some of their hair is styled like some of the girls in the Hunter group. We have Twice right here. Also, did you know each of the Soja Boys are based on a K-pop boy group member? Look it up. Gru is a werewolf. Gru's family tree is shown in the film. Look at it closely.
One of his ancestors isn't normal. It's a werewolf.
Like what? That's so casually just put in there.
Why doesn't he transform under the full moon?
Oh wait, yeah, that's a good question.
Because he was only half werewolf. His superhuman strength.
He's half werewolf.
Punching a shark with a single hit.
Okay, that would make sense, because no offense, he got tiny little arms.
Yeah, that does make sense with his tiny little hand and how agile he is.
Strong.
From his werewolf bloodline.
But he kind of looks like he's howling at the moon there. This guy, his name is Marcel. That's the most random werewolf name. I'm not sure if I believe this one. The cars in Cars are actually human. Listen to this.
In the movie Cars, the doors never open on the cars. Apparently the creative director of the actual movie, what he said, you'll never see the car doors open because we don't want to see the brains and eyes fall out. So that means like their insides of the cars are actual flesh.
Wait, that makes so much sense though.
Are organs. It gets even weirder. He goes on to say they got so intelligent, these cars, that the last person that drove that car merged with the technology of the car and they became one. They became like a human, but a car.
As crazy as it sounds, I believe this one. I mean, they have such realistic eyes. They're creatures of some sort. So like you.
Yeah, and if you think about it, they are in like Paris, every other state. But here's something I don't know if it'll be said in here. Tow Mater might be a serial killer. And I say that because if you think about it, if this is true, then that means he lives in a junkyard. He's a tow truck, but he lives in a junkyard with body parts. Old rusty cars, which in this universe, if all this is true, would be a new equivalent of a human body part. So, if that's the case, junkyards are basically graveyards, if not worse. Hopefully he's like a grave tender person, but he could also be a serial killer in some aspects. I mean, you'd be like, he's not that smart, but what if it's all a scam, where he's acting like that to throw people off? And again, we don't know who drove him, if that's true. That'd be wild though if he was a serial killer.
Gotta have your heart beating and stuff in there somewhere. Just like in Peppa Pig, where you barely see any humans, the same thing happens in Bluey. But did you know why?
Season 1, Episode 13, Spy Games, Louie's little sister Bingo sings the nursery rhyme.
One man went to my meadow.
Why is that so cute?
Went to my meadow.
The lyrics of the song are, one man and his dog went to mow a meadow. This implies that at some point in this universe, humans were present, and that there's some distinction between men and dogs. Cars, laptops, tablets, phones. This technology was left behind by the humans, and once the dogs figured out how to make it work, they then started using it for themselves.
That's crazy that the dogs were able to take the technology of humans and like make their own universe and survive. Also, what happened to the man who went to mow? Is he okay? He never came back, so I'm not sure. Somebody check.
When George is lying sick in bed, his dinosaur toy is right next to his pillow.
Loves that
but when
dinosaur.
Mummy Pig brings him some milk, George sits up to drink it, and magically, his dinosaur toy disappears.
Where'd it go?
Even stranger, when George is about to go back to sleep, the dinosaur toy suddenly reappears.
Okay, this tells me something. The dinosaur is definitely alive. There's no other answer. I mean, we have pigs that are literally speaking in this show. So you can't tell me that this dinosaur can't, you know, get up and walk around. He is George's best friend, okay? So he can do whatever he wants to do. And also, if you notice, Peppa's stuffed animal didn't move. Only George's.
In one episode, they revealed who Scooby-Doo really is.
He's
in
a
the
dog.
van, Scooby-Doo all of a sudden has this vision where he meets another dog that's also able
She's
to
beautiful.
talk. And this dog tells Scooby that he's an ancestor of the Anunnaki, which are interdimensional
Egyptian?
beings, aka aliens.
He's
that
an
have come
alien.
to the planet to help Earth or destroy it. The Anunnaki took over animal bodies thousands of years ago, and they've been able to talk ever since. And because of that, Scooby-Doo is able to live longer and has way higher intelligence than the
He is
average
very
dog,
smart.
explaining why Scooby's able to solve all these mysteries.
So many things to be said about this clip. First, thank you, Scooby-Doo, for choosing the good way, because it said you could use your powers for good or evil, okay? And Scooby, he's out here catching ghosts, so he's trying to save us. Does this dog, she looks just like Lady from Lady and the Tramp. Am I going to cause a conspiracy theory? I mean, like, what if she is related to Lady? Different universe, just saying. Look out below!
BU this season with my BU anime collection. Build your bundle with 3 items for 10% off or 5 items for 15% off. Get free shipping for any orders over $75.
First, we've got Toy Story. We got Bug's Life here, classic. Toy Story 2, Monsters Inc., which I love. Finding Nemo. I love how you can have like the pause so you can really see it each time. Like there in Cars. Ratatouille, I believe it's driving like on the highway. Yep, right there. Wall-E. Man, Pizza Planet truck wasn't doing so well there. Toy Story 3, Cars 2. Wait, it's in Brave? They made it out of wood. Monsters University, The Good Dinosaur. They're claiming they made it out of the rock, but that just looks like a rock to me. Let me know what you think. Finding Dory, they literally zoom in to the ocean floor and it's under there. Wait, what's that mean? What happened to the driver? He turned into a fish, don't worry, he's fine. I want to know the backstory. Why do the artists always make sure the Pizza Planet truck is included? There's obviously a backstory they're not telling us, and I want to find out.
I have a theory.
Of course he has a
Nurse
theory.
Joy is a Pokemon. You know how each town of the anime has a Pokemon Center run by an identical Nurse Joy, but they aren't all twins,
There's so
what's
many
the
of
deal?
them.
Well, what if I told you that she's actually a Pokemon? Think about it. They're
Can you
all
catch
identical,
her?
just like
Yeah.
Pokemon species. She has regional
Yes.
variations, a
Yeah.
shiny form. There are no male
There's a
Nurse
shiny
Joys, just
form.
like certain Pokemon species that are always female.
She
And when
has
you
a
breed
cute
Pokemon,
little, like,
the
pink
child
color
is always
scheme.
the same species as the mother. Exactly what we see with Nurse Joy's kids. Not only that,
Just
but
like
in
a
Pokemon
Pokemon.
Folktales, Pokemon would actually become human and would marry humans,
Would become
explaining
human
her
and
human
marry
appearance and human husband. And as Meowth shows us, Pokemon can speak English. So there you have it,
That's
friend.
shocking. I actually think that
Ooh,
theory
that would be
is
shocking
legit.
if it was true.
I mean,
That would be shocking if it was true.
she looks identical in all of those shots that were shown in this clip, just like a Pokemon. If you catch like a Pikachu, it's gonna look the same. I don't know, my mind is blown. I need to ask my husband Preston about this because he grew up watching Pokemon all the time. I'm sure he would have an opinion on this one.
These are king crab legs. Tell me if this sounds
King
familiar.
crab legs. Wait, Mr. Krabs. Yes, that's insane. So you know what this is telling us? They used actual crab legs in real life as the sound effect for Mr. Krabs walking in SpongeBob.
Wow.
That's actually so big brain.
Not
In Monsters
surprising.
Inc., there's a restaurant called Hidden City Cafe. It looks like a vibe,
Summer
right?
of 1994, there was a lunch. Me, John Lasseter,
There was
Pete
a
Doctor,
lunch.
the Late Show Ramped, all sat down. At that lunch, we knocked
They
around
look
a
so
bunch of
happy.
ideas that eventually became Bug's Life,
Oh,
Monsters Incorporated,
Bug's Life.
Finding Nemo.
Wait, so you know what this means, y'all? This is the actual cafe in real life that these people came up with all of these amazing movies. So, in a real restaurant called Hidden City Cafe, they came up with the Bug's Life, they came up with Nemo, all of that, which is really cool. It just shows you the attention to detail that people put into cartoons you would never know. Did you know there's references to other Pixar movies in every Pixar movie?
Of course there is.
Look there, Boo has Nemo. That's such like a natural way that they plugged it in. Wait, rewind. So take a look at this, y'all. This is Monsters, Inc. It was released in 2001. Boo has Nemo, we all know and love, but Nemo wasn't even released until 2003. So that was like a sneak peek into an upcoming film. I bet nobody noticed that at the time. Mr. Incredible, yet again, looking at a future movie. This one came out in 2004. I love this. They're like secretly promoting upcoming films. Now we have Up, and oh, that's the guy. That's the guy who betrayed us in Toy Story 3. Yeah, we all loved him until he took a turn. Coco, you can see the entire Incredibles family. It's fun to look at it now that all of these have been released and we can catch it super easily. But when they first did the film, we might not have caught it before. All right, you ready for some hot tea? Peppa Pig's dad supposedly used to date Peppa Pig's aunt.
Daddy Pig once dated Mommy Pig's sister Dottie.
That's drama.
That same photo also shows up at Grandpa Pig's house. Most people think it's Peppa and George, but no, it's a black and white picture. She's wearing a spotted dress. The only
so it's
one who
old-timey.
did was Dottie, which means the girl in the picture with Daddy Pig is Dottie.
I don't know. Why does he still have the photo? It seems a little sus to keep a photo of your ex-girlfriend.
And that is also your sister, or sister-in-law now. So, yeah, sus.
Saying, why did you do that?
We're watching The Little Mermaid, and my daughter goes, Mommy,
my favorite.
Look who it is. Who is it? Who is it?
Oh, Goofy, Donald, and I'm gonna guess this dude right here is Sora from Kingdom of Hearts. Wow.
And Donald Duck. Wait, that's sick. That's such a fun Easter egg. Also, fun fact about me, this was my favorite Disney princess growing up. I think it's a hard one to beat. The music's amazing. Did you know Daffy Duck isn't a duck?
Daffy Duck is not actually a duck?
Oh, wait, sorry, that just took me. That scared me. He just pulled off his bill.
Episode where he asks Porky Pig for help finding a truffle. And it is at this moment that Daffy Duck speaks.
You can't fly. You can't swim. Are you able to be a duck at all?
It's a good question.
This comes off very easily.
Yeah, that's not normal.
In reality, dramatic pause. He's an alien who just
He's an alien?
a duck. When the beak comes off, he looks identical to Marvin the Martian.
Oh my gosh, he does. Why?
Whoa.
Do you believe that Marvin and Daffy are secretly cousins or something? This clip has me convinced. Have you ever watched the credits for Bluey super closely? Watch it with me.
Bluey does a great job of hiding little jokes in the episodes. If you look really closely at the credits, Animata, Design, Dale Martian,
The intern.
Greyhounder. You can go back and pause if you want to read them all.
I love that. Here, let's look through a couple of them together. Jermaine Shepherd, obviously a type of dog. Goldie R. Retriever, another type of dog. That just shows you how much the creators of Bluey love the show because they're taking the time to make little inside jokes even with the credits. That's a lot of detail. Have you guys ever paid special attention to Mrs. Rabbit and Peppa Pig? She runs an ice cream cart. She's a cashier, a face painter, an airline attendant, a librarian, firefighter, grocery store clerk, taxi driver, photographer, carnival booth, whatever this is, question mark, engineer. Oh yeah, definitely, or robotics of some sort. All right, so either she's able to teleport or there's clones of her, I don't know. I'm just gonna say she's a bunny of many talents. Took me 19 years to realize what actually happened to Sid from Toy Story. That was a mean kid, just saying. Wait, this is Toy Story 3? He's the garbage man. He's the garbage man. He even has the skull, like the exact same shirt, and now he's in Coco. Which, does that mean? Yeah, I think he is passed on. He's literally a skeleton in Coco.
Movie, we see Remy living in a small old house with an old lady, but that lady was actually Ego's mom.
What?
The house where Remy lived looks exactly like the one from Ego's childhood flashback. The same fireplace, the same chair, even the same oven and tea kettle.
Same.
There's even a painting on the wall that shows a little boy who looks just like Ego. When Ego takes his first bite of ratatouille, he remembers his childhood. For Remy to make that exact recipe, the old lady's recipe book was stolen.
And it probably had the same recipe Ego's mom used to cook.
This is emotional. When the rat grabbed the cookbook towards the beginning of the movie, it was actually Ego's mom. That's why he was able to perfectly make the ratatouille from Ego's childhood. Okay, apparently, Peppa Pig's town is a cult organization. Let's listen. What is going on here?
What the floof?
Actually a secret cult organization. I found some evidence. First, every adult in the show has no personal name. They are only referred to as Daddy, Mummy, Grandpa, Grandma, or Mr. When someone reaches adulthood, they change their name and abandon their original identity as a way to express loyalty to the organization. Second, everyone in the town lives on high hills, isolated from big cities. This suggests that the people around Peppa are meant to stay away from civilized society.
That does look like a fake smile,
people here are not allowed to leave. Remember the episode Susie Goes Away? Susie's mom got a new job in another city, so they were going to move. But in the end, it turned out to be a misunderstanding. Mummy Sheep received a call saying she hadn't gotten the job. I suspect this was the doing of the organization. They don't allow members to leave the mountains. Fourth, we notice that Miss Rabbit is everywhere. She holds multiple jobs in Peppa's community, and even when Peppa's family visits America, there's still a Miss Rabbit there, with a dedicated one sent to pick them up. Miss Rabbit is more like a supervisor of the organization, responsible for monitoring the movements of every member to ensure everyone stays within their control. So, who is the deity worshipped by this organization? The answer points to Mr. Potato. He is portrayed as an all-powerful idol, appearing everywhere.
I love the potato.
Performances to community events. His omnipresence makes both adults and children adore him deeply, fitting the logic of shaping a leader.
First of all, I love the Lord, so I ain't worshiping a potato, but this is funny. If they're like, all hail the potato, I don't know. It's kind of funny. What do you guys think? Is Peppa Pig secretly a cult organization?
That would be surprising if it was a secret organization or cult. I haven't really watched much Peppa Pig, but yeah, that would be crazy.
Did y'all know that Carl, the old man from Up, is apparently in Coco? Take a look at this.
Coco and Up are connected. In the land of dead, this old man has been forgotten by the living. In his room, you can spot something familiar.
What is it?
And there's
Zoom
more
in.
to it.
The same bird.
Yep.
In the music player.
You can tell by his jawbone. That was kind of obvious because if you think about it, he kept to himself in Up, and the only person that would ever remember him most likely would be Russell. But it's said that he was already dead in that movie. And Russell, from the theory, is the guardian angel to take him to heaven. Because if you notice the house lifting up, going to Niagara Falls, all that stuff happening, and then if that dude was still, like, the dude that was trying to catch that bird is still alive, and he was an adult when this dude was a kid. He would be dead by then if he was this age. So it'd be physically impossible for him to be alive. Most likely.
No way.
The clip said no way. I think yes way. Pixar is so intentional, again, about their Easter eggs. I feel like the chin of the skeleton even looks like Carl, and he's lonely. Aww. Have you ever watched a Pixar movie and noticed A113 anywhere? Take a look at this.
An Easter egg referencing the classroom number at California Institute of the Arts.
This is very
where
specific.
Many character animation students, including John Lasseter, studied. You can spot the code A113 everywhere, from the oldest Pixar films to the newest ones.
In case you didn't catch it, that means that A113 is the classroom where all of these amazing animators used to learn. But you would only know if you were probably an animator. Just like at the beginning of this video when we talked about the license plate in Bluey. You would probably only know that if you were like in animation and graphic design.
Most fans know Peppa's house pretty well. Usually we see the family entering from the left side, but if you look closely, in one episode, Mummy and Daddy Pig walk through that right side door. And somehow, it leads straight into the living room. In other episodes, that door doesn't even exist.
It's like
so
a secret
what's going
door.
on here? Is Peppa's house hiding something we're not supposed to see?
I think it is hiding something we're not supposed to see, because if you notice, it's when just the mom and dad came into the house, they could use the door. So I feel like it's a secret door only adults can access for some reason. I don't know. What do you think they're hiding back there? All right, it's time for a guessing game. Can you guess the character's age? Let's do this together. Cinderella. I get 17. 19. Snow White. I think she's like 15. 14. I remember she's younger than you'd expect. Poppy. 7. She's 22. Wow, I was really off there. Don't judge me. SpongeBob. 35. 39. Did you know SpongeBob's like a middle-aged man? Because I didn't. That was news to me. How many did you get right? Did you know for Inside Out that Disney chose to switch out Riley's dad's daydreams with different items depending on the country the movie was playing in? Take a look. So in America, we had the hockey daydream, but then in the UK, they had the soccer, or I guess they would call it football. It's smart. It makes the movie feel even more relatable to each country that it's releasing in. And now for the final clip. We're about to figure out who is the secret sibling of Peppa. Remember that pig in the window? I didn't forget. I hope you didn't either.
This mysterious girl is none other than Peppa's imprisoned twin sister. They locked her away in the basement and only acknowledged Peppa as their daughter to the outside world. When she appears in the pictures, it's actually her cry for help, hoping someone will notice and rescue her.
I won't lie, I refuse to believe this. It is too sad. But if you want to see even more cartoon secrets that will destroy your trust, make sure you click these videos before.
Yeah. That last one is a bit, hopefully not true. But other than that, let me know what your thoughts are on this entire stuff. I would like to know your opinion in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next video.